I am a Christian and I love Jesus. But before people see Christian and they see Jesus, they see a black man. So no matter how Christian I may be or how spiritual I may be, the first thing that people see is a black man. Okay? And with this blackness, it comes some great, it possesses some great resources that comes from God. And somebody say, prove it.
Prove it.
Well, the Bible teaches us in Genesis chapter 1 that we are created in the image of God. And in him and in his image and likeness, he created male and female. Mm-hmm. So before I can talk to you about leadership, I want to make sure that I talk to you about your identity. Mm-hmm. And your identity is found in God. We're celebrating the life of my mother. Her birthday is today. She passed at the beginning of this year in January. My mother struggled with substance abuse. To be more specific, she struggled with crack cocaine. But typically it doesn't start with hardcore drugs. It typically starts with something simple. Let me try this drink. Let me try this joint. Let me try this weed. Let me try this pill. And something that's used for recreation and fun becomes addictive. Mm-hmm. And then once it's addictive, it distorts your identity. All right? My biological father, he spent most of my childhood in prison in a place called Attica. I was talking to Pastor Pullins a little earlier. He's from New York. He knows the largest state prison in New York is Attica. Nasir Jones, better known as Nas, he said, if I ruled the world and everything in it, I'll free every cell in Attica and send them back to Africa. I'm saying that because Bishop, in his introduction to me, he told you I ran for public office. I was a senior class president at Edward Waters College. I've written a book. I'm the CEO of a nonprofit. And all I'm telling you is that you can be whatever you want when you know who you are. Mm-hmm. And in you, in your core, in the center of your heart is greatness.
All right.
But in order to get that greatness, you got to make sure that you stay committed. That's it. All right. So, and with identity, I got 3 things for you. Number 1, you are a human being. We're all humans. We all bleed red, right? Number 2 is your divinity. Divinity meaning that you are made in the image and likeness of God. And then number 3 is royalty. Royalty meaning that you are of a royal generation. You come from a royal people. And when you're royalty, you don't talk like everybody else. For my men, you talk like a king. And for my ladies, you talk like a queen. And you carry yourself and you conduct yourself in royal manners. So now I can take you back to my illustration pertaining to the front of the line and the back of the line. I believe that God has made all of us leaders. I believe that God has made all of us leaders. I believe that God has made... So that's 11. That's 17. That's 38. That's 14. That's 14. I believe that God has made all of us leaders. So watch this, right? You got the person in the front of the line, and that leadership is very important because what they're doing is they're setting the pace, they're setting the tone, and they're setting the direction for everybody. Right?
Right.
But I need y'all to understand something. The person in the back of the line is more important than the person in the front of the line. Because the person in the front of the line, they're making sure that everybody's going in the right direction. But the person in the back of the line is to make sure that anybody between the front and the back don't get off track. So their job is to call out, hey, get back, get back, get back. Hey, get in there. Listen. Look, you're off track. You're off track. You're off track. You can't get behind me because I'm the safety. My job is to make sure that nobody is left behind.
All right.
My job is to ensure that everybody in front of me succeeds. So if I'm the first one to graduate from high school, then that means that nobody else can say, well, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. No, that means that everybody has to If I have to be the first one to graduate from college, that means everybody got to graduate from college. If I got to be the first one to start a business, that means everybody has to start a business. And you can't say you didn't know because I'm your safety. I'm here to make sure that you don't waste your gifts. I'm here to make sure you don't waste your talents. I'm here to make sure you don't waste what God has put in you. Bishop, I got a telephone call a couple years ago from one of my students, right? It was the end of the school year. So I answered the phone. And I said, so what are you doing? Oh, what's going on, Pastor Nix? I said, is everything all right? He said, yes, sir, everything's fine. I said, so why are you calling me when you're supposed to be in school? Oh, Pastor Nix, I'm in school. So I said, so why are you calling me? Oh, I'm calling you because we ain't doing nothing. I said, you ain't doing nothing? No, sir, we're not doing nothing. I said, son, if your teacher ain't teaching you, then you teach your teacher. We don't have time for you to be going through the motions even at the end of the year. Because when you know your identity and you know what's inside of you, you don't let no opportunity go unturned.
That's right.
And if your teacher wants to sit back and be on their self, that ain't your break. That's your opportunity to say, hold up. No. From what I understand about our taxes, and what I understand about my neighbors, and what I know about my community, and what I know about the opportunities pertaining to my mama, and my daddy, and my uncles, and my cousins, we can't afford for you to be on your phone right now. So if you ain't got nothing else to teach us, then we got something to teach you. I'm closing with this. I might need just a little bit of participation. Can I get a little bit of participation?
Absolutely.
All right, can I get everybody to get on your feet for just a second? All right. Pastor Pullins, you can do this too. All right. All right. You got your brakes off? Yes. You sure you got the brakes off? All right. So listen, I'm playing safety right now. We ain't leaving nobody out of this. So I need everybody to touch your hand and say imprint.
Imprint.
Everybody put your hand out and say blueprint.
Blueprint.
All right, if you can stomp your feet, but if you can't roll your chair, and everybody say footprint.
Footprint.
See, imprint, those are the thoughts and the beliefs and the faith that God has put in your mind. Blueprint, that is your plan, because the Bible says to write the vision and make it plain. And he that readeth it, he can pick it up and he can run with it. And footprint, see, what happens is we go straight from the blueprint, but we don't ever leave no footprint. See, when Harriet Tubman, when she was freeing slaves through the Underground Railroad, she had a footprint to go by. She had an imprint to go by. The imprint was, I see the North Star. And if God can help me get north, that means I'm supposed to be free. When I used to teach school, the kids used to say, Pastor Blue, they used to say, Pastor Nix, you teaching us like you're trying to stop us from being slaves. I said, you better believe it.
That's right.
Because they're going to put every image on TV of every Bojangles. But they ain't going to show you one picture of one Boaz. See, during Kunta Kinte time, Kunta got over here from Africa and he took off running. His problem was he was running by himself. The African proverb is, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, we got to go together.
That's it.
It hurts my heart when I open up our newspaper and I look at our news and I see another black boy shot and killed, another black girl shot and killed, another black man shot and killed, another black woman shot and killed. And 90% of the murders in our city look like the people right here in this room. So watch this. Everybody say imprint.
Imprint.
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Footprint.
Footprint.
Everybody say imprint.
Imprint.
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Footprint.
Footprint.
Imprint, blueprint,
Blueprint.
footprint.
Footprint.
If you believe that God designed for you to be great, if you would, please give him a hand clap of praise. And that concludes my Easter speech. My name is Nahshon.